Hello, and welcome to Scout Trout YouTube. It has been such a long day, week zero of college football. It was epic. I think it was the best week zero ever in college football today history. I wrote about it on College Football Today. I'm going to post the article below. Hit the like button if you want, or the dislike button. I really don't care because I predicted the Florida Miami game within 3 points this time. Said it was going to be 27-24. It was 24-20. Well, that's 7 points, I guess. You add them up. But I was close. I said Florida was going to win. They pulled it out in the clutch. Florida's defensive line was just too much for the Miami Hurricanes with a freshman quarterback who I think is going to be great. Freshman redshirt Jarren Williams. I think he had a great game for his first debut at quarterback. Tate Martell was lined up in the slot. They tried to use him. It didn't really work out. I was looking for some more trickery, like they were saying, the announcers. I thought they were going to do some dump passes out to Martell, throw it back to Williams around the other side, do something. But Florida's defense is just way too fast, way too physical. Felipe Franks made some great throws, but he also made some really bad throws that kind of scared me going forward for the Florida offense. He's going to have to tighten up and step up against the likes of Alabama, Georgia, whatever they got on their massively tough schedule. So looking at that game, it was a great game. Like I said, I wrote about it here, a little bit about it. Andrew Luck today announced he's stepping down from the National Football League. That was really sad to start week zero of college football with one of the best quarterbacks in college football history in Andrew Luck at the University of Stanford deciding he's just calling it quits. Had a great career. Probably has other endeavors he wants to get into. He's a really brilliant young man. So we'll see. That being said, on my way back from Orlando, I got called about the Hawaii game. It was phenomenal. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. Khalil Tate, man, that close, bro. From one of the most epic plays in week zero history, just taking off 30 yards downfield. I would have threw it up for grabs for somebody, but they dropped everybody back. He did a great job, trying to make a play. Did a great job getting the team downfield. But Nick Rolovich really has some cojones, in my opinion, pulling out his star quarterback, Cole McDonald, after he's thrown for almost 400 yards. But the backup came in, after 6 interceptions. He was sick of the turnovers. And Chevon Cordero. He was actually the backup for Tagovailoa from the University of Alabama at St. Louis High School in Hawaii. Did a great job. That kicking situation was insane. Way to step up, Lucas Havrisk. He nailed a 53-yard field goal. That's actually my longest in the game. After some severe adversity, really, showed what you're capable of as a kicker moving forward for the Arizona Wildcats in the clutch, because that was 3 clutch field goals you made in a row after some really stupid penalties by the Arizona Wildcats special teams. Moving on to a little bit of more on that game, Cedric Byrd broke a record, which is crazy, for the most yards ever in history of week zero at College Football Today. He had 14 receptions for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns, which is just incredible. He's going to be an NFL draft pick in the first or second round, in my opinion. He'll be on my board. One of the best kids I've seen in the slot. Makes those quarterbacks look really good. I'd like to thank our partners at ESPN Plus. If you want to check them out, you can download a lot of great games this season or stream them online like I did for the other games today, especially the FCS games. They were really good games as well. Villanova was able to beat Colgate today in week zero, which really impressed me because Colgate was ranked number 13 in the FCS stats poll, and Villanova was not ranked in their poll, but they were ranked in our poll at College Football Day at number 25. They moved up to number 21 with that win because it was a very impressive win over a team that pretty much went undefeated last season until they reached North Dakota State and got dismantled, I think 35-0 in the FCS playoffs. Youngstown State was able to win today over Samford. It's the only game I predicted wrong on the day. Congratulations to Youngstown State. Congratulations to Samford playing a good ball game. I knew there was going to be some problems with the offense after Devlin Hodges and Kellen McKnight moved on to the NFL. Hodges is with the Steelers still, I believe, and McKnight is with the Denver Broncos as a draft pick. So, you know, just lacked offense today at Samford. Youngstown State moved the ball effectively, moved the ball well, looked really good. They moved into the 25th spot at college football today after that performance over a very good Samford team who's going to have a good season. We will see what happens moving forward in the Mountain West. Last year, Bird went off as well in the first game against Colorado State. That is on my College Football Today Week 0 update as well. It's already got about 3,000 hits since we posted it, which is really cool. Thanks for viewing our articles. The end to that game was wild. It was a wild game in general, the Hawaii-Arizona game. Cole McDonald really turned the ball over too much. He was having a phenomenal game. Cordero really takes care of the ball better and can really make plays as well. Has a good dual threat presence to him, that I like as well. Really did well on the read option at the end, moving the ball and moving the chains. That's all they needed to do. And he was able to complete that task for Coach Rolovich, who is a former Hawaii quarterback himself. I like the new pieces to the run and shoot that you're evolving. It looks a lot better this year than it did the last half of the season last year, when it got caught on to. So there's a lot more pieces to it. I think they're going to do extremely well in the Mountain West this year. I think they're going to be a contender. Just from watching them beat a Pac-12 team, it's supposed to, a lot of people were high on this year with Coach Sumlin at the University of Arizona. Khalil Tate's phenomenal. He made some throws that were NFL caliber throws. Definitely going to put him on boards for the next level if he keeps it up this season. Great dual threat presence. That run at the end was phenomenal. I think that probably put him at the time. I think he had like 75 yards rushing or 80 yards rushing. So I think that probably put him over that total and 300 something yards passing. Cole McDonald, before he got pulled, was approaching 400 yards passing, but had turned the ball over, I think, 4 interceptions or 5 interceptions by that time. And just a lot was going wrong in Rolovich's eyes, and they needed ball security in the end. And Cordero got it done. So Week 0 is phenomenal. I can't wait for next week at College Football Today. We're going to work on recruit rankings all week for Scout, Trout, Elite, and College Football Today recruit rankings and see what the cat drug in, the week 1 of high school football, and see who stepped up, see who's making progress in their games, and getting better every day, because that's what we're about. All in all, I want to thank, like I said, ESPN Plus and all the great networks out there, College Game Day. Great apology, Desmond Howard. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, you were referencing, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's awesome. I mean, how can you not want to reference Dave Chappelle? But, there's a time and a place, I guess, but nobody said anything about pulling hearts out, So I thought that was great, too. I thought it was, a lot of enthusiasm in Michael Irving this year, a lot of great stuff coming out of ESPN. Very excited for week 1, Going to be a lot of great games, going to be a lot of FCS upsets. I got them predicted. I got who's going to beat who, Like I said, I had some stakes in Samford football with Hodges and covering him last year in his epic FCS season, and then Jay Stanton, the running back from Crestview, a Scout Trout Elite alumni. It is what it is. Youngstown State was the better team today. Samford is young. They're going to be a lot better in the future in FCS football. So, like I said, keep stepping up, keep getting better every day, work on the little things, work on really ball control. Like the Florida-Miami game was the same way. A lot of turnovers, a lot of bad decisions that could have cost Florida the game in the end. But Franks will learn. It was his first game. Deion Sanders said it on Twitter, college football should have a preseason game. I would call it an exhibition game, because NFL does preseason. College football could do exhibition games, but they'll kind of say it's like baseball. But, in the end, that's usually what, Power 5 teams schedule weaker opponents for in the beginning of the season. So he made a great statement, though. Kids Sometimes you're just not fully prepared for all of the lights that are about to snap on, and you're going to be under the microscope of Kirk Herbstreit and Mel Kiper and all these guys at ESPN, Desmond Howard, uh, Pollock, one of my favorite guys at ESPN. It's going to be a great season. I'm very excited for the rest of it. I'm very excited to keep ranking these teams and trying to do it the best we can. And, I'm going to be announcing some great partnerships moving forward in college and pro sports the next few weeks at College Football Today and Scout Chart Elite. God bless. Have a great day. Keep up the great work.